Proxy Table Gaming, PTG. I'm Hyper G. He's Lucky Sixes.
Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
I am really good.
I bet you are, because this is the beginning of fun times for Lucky Sixes.
Fun. Yeah, and got a weekend's worth of gaming. It wasn't just Night of Asia. There was some board games and some War Master and things like that, and some drinking. But yeah, so it's
Water, yeah.
Of course. I only, yeah, whatever. I'm not even. I can't even lie on that. But yes, so we decided to have a weekend of gaming, which is great.
Awesome. Yeah, I was good. I couldn't join you actually.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was more that
yeah.
I did have a scare when my daughter got sent home from school, and I thought
the day
I was
before.
literally the day before, and I thought I was out of action for the weekend because of everything. But thankfully, that was just a false alarm.
Yeah.
False alarm. Yeah.
Fake news, as they like to say.
Trump announced it, and it was fake news. So yeah. Anyway, so this is the start of it. I took a Beast Herds list.
Awesome.
And my list is, I basically, so from the last battle report, was it, I don't know whether it was the last one or one of the last ones.
Nav.
Yeah, I think it was then.
One.
I basically said, okay, I like my Beast Herds army. It's a little bit, I can't see it meshing together so much, so I wanted to, and I've tried the Longhorns big units out, Wild Horde big unit, some monsters and things. So I wanted to change it just for a weekend so I could try out some new things and new styles. So,
yeah,
here's my list. Right.
Oh, I haven't seen this before. So,
you haven't?
No.
And I haven't told you much about the weekend either. So
no, I know nothing. I literally know nothing about it. So come on, Matty P. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So, from the list that before, Kruger is the same, but he's now got the BSB. You'll see that I've now got rid of the BSB and the Beast Lord completely. So I'm character light.
So you're going character light. Yeah.
So what I really liked from the last one was the combination of Greater Totem Bearer and a Master Mage. I wanted Shamanism, but I have to go with this. I have to go a bit more aggressive. So Evocation is the answer because Druidism is boring. I've got Essence of Mithril, Dark Range, and Ranger's Boots, which was suggested to me by Luke Trenter, because I haven't really got bunker for him. So I've got to keep him moving around and things. So that gives me a bit of stuff for that. Krugar's exactly the same from before. I do have Dark Rain on my general as well, but doesn't come into play here because no shooting, right? Core, I still have the chariots. I have one of the units of Wildhorn Herd, but I've just doubled that up to get two core ambushers, and along with the Longhorn ambushers, that's 3 ambushing units, which is cool. So really going to town on the Beast Herd ambushing side of things. Mongol Raiders were just there to fill core. Like they can ambush.
But they ambush too, but you generally
I scout them because they can shoot and stuff. They don't score enough in there. They're just there for points. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to try them. They're just I did what I wanted to have was another unit of raiding chariots, but they're 200 points over core. Then so I was like, and then just weird stuff. So loads of monsters. So at the bottom, 2 big brother beast giants and 2 Gortax, because 1 Gortax just wasn't enough monster hitting power, so I went for 4 big things. 2 Restosk herds, because actually they're pretty good.
I like Razor.
4 attack, strength 6 on the charge and res 5 all the time is not bad. Movement 714, so they're essentially chaff, but can be supporting and stuff as well. So hopefully quite resilient chaff. They're not resilient chaff in the gargoyles, but they do scout and move 20. So,
but are they going to get on the table this time? Is the question.
Yes, they will. They're all bloody weekend. And then to finish the thing is 10 centaurs with lances, no command. I'm iffy on the whether or not to have no command in there. However, they're there as they can be scoring, or they can be like troops and stuff. So they're strength 7 on the charge, 2 to 15 attacks if they don't get hurt at all, so that's pretty good. And there should be other stuff to people to shoot at than them. So, if anything, they're like a glass cannon, like bomb to go into things. But also they've got a good amount of movement and stuff as well. So, meh. We'll see.
Try
and I didn't
you're
try
learning, aren't
so
you?
yeah, they're probably the newest thing in my army. So lots of new things. Essentially going big on the monster mash and ambush is the big thing, and the special deployments as well. And then try and evo out, because I don't have that on any of my other armies that I use.
No, evocation is not one that we see often.
So yeah,
actually.
but yeah, so that's probably the longest you'll ever hear me talk about a list.
I don't know.
But that'll be
the highborns do try to compete.
Yeah. But that'll be like the next 5 battles or something. So I don't change it for a little while.
Okay.
now.
Sure. We're in it for the long haul.
Well, I don't actually have his list. But here's the thing. So refuse the diagonal and King of the Hill. I don't like King of the Hill, but we rolled it up.
No one does.
Here you go. Here's his list. This isn't exact list, as you can probably tell from the writing.
Yeah.
He's got a chosen lord, which is Killy, and I think has burn important, and so
Maybe.
and another chosen lord, which is Killy. Essentially, they've both got 1 up. One's got a reroll, one's got 5 up, I think. One's got Isle of Spite. One's got D3 wounds. Or so. They're both really bad.
Yeah, well, that's what chosen lords are. They can just have everything.
Yeah. Sorcerer Lord is on Evo as well, so that'd be Evo v Evo. He's got
Actually, just thinking about it, a chosen lord, is it possible to take a chosen lord without it being killy?
I mean, no. You can't.
No. That is a challenge. PTG challenge.
Well, yeah, if you don't put any armor, even if you don't put any armor, he's 5 res 5 with 4 up armor, I think.
Yeah.
So
that's what I mean.
But yeah, and then he's got Veil Walker, which is pretty cool. It's quite expensive, but pretty cool, and an Essence of Mithril as well. So we've got a bit of an Evo off there.
Yeah.
Big block of barbarians with full command. They might have banner. I can't remember. 20 greed warriors, so you can have any weapon, which is pretty cool. 2 lots of 5 flayers for chaff and stuff. Big unit of Feldrax, which are gonna be pretty good. And 5 wretched ones, which I really like. I really like of the warriors because they're unbreakable. They always hit. I think that's fantastic. Not much
just
AP,
0, isn't it? Yeah.
but against me that doesn't matter.
No,
because I don't really have any. But yeah, there's probably from what I remember, all the characters like to the hills with items and stuff. And there's definitely some more banners and stuff in that, but it looked pretty menacing, but pretty like low on model count, even with the 40 barbarians.
Elite. That's what warriors do, isn't it? Yep.
So wasn't many units, but they're going to cause problems if they get in, especially with the chosen lords. So here was deployment. I will start with myself. I'll just move this. Back. That's a close up and a better picture of his army. So don't worry. So with me, I've got a so top left, Big Brother giant. Then then chariots. Then at the back, I've got my 2 characters, who are 18 inches of all the important stuff. I've got in the middle, Razor Tusk Herd, followed by a Gortak, followed by a Gortak, followed by Archaon the Razor Tusk Herd.
Yeah.
Mongrel Raiders, just off the forest scouting. Gargoyles, who are meant to be, at this point, the first time I got them out, they're meant to be skirmish. There's dogs of the centaurs, and then you can just see a little base popping out next to him on the right. That is another Big Brother giant. He actually put down to go first. So and this is the thing, I purposefully chose to go 1 for 1 until he did that, because I want to go second, because people tell me I have to go second.
You must have been properly shaken the longer that went on.
Just this unit. Yeah.
Just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
no.
I was fighting my own hand to put down everything. But yeah. So essentially, I kind of half got my matchups, which is half the battle. I guess in this point of view, I wanted the centaurs and the big brother giant on the right to be basically just whittle him down, not necessarily to kill
Yeah,
him and kill either of those, but to just do enough damage to actually get him down to half strength, maybe, on each of those units if I can. And I want to double up, and that's the
yeah,
thing with everything.
sure.
I don't want anything going one on one because I'll die. I need to combo charge where I can.
Yeah, makes sense.
This is a better picture of his army, which is
Ooh.
very nice. I believe this one on the corner of the purple in the warriors is the sorcerer.
Yep.
Then the other purple dude is is a Killy general, I think maybe. And then there is one in the barbarians
There's
as
some
well.
cool barbarians. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
man.
mean all of it's beautiful.
Yeah, they're all great painters. I'm definitely like, especially with my proxy list. I'm like,
Yeah, we're back to Proxy,
I'm
aren't we?
back.
These days at the
Yeah,
moment.
I'm propping up the bottom with the level of my models at the minute.
Bottom, top, Proxy rating high.
Well, that's it, right? Yeah. So this is. Oh, I got some new dice as well. Try some new
Oh,
dice.
nice.
So
Oh gosh, so this will prove whether you are lucky sixes with all dice
yeah,
or whether you're just using your broken dice.
yeah, that's it. But I've got 72 of these, so
Wow.
I think I'll be using them for the interim. Anyway, so he doesn't care about me whatsoever, so just moves up, pretty close to me, and goes. He thinks both of those can take my 2 units, so we probably share that thought.
Okay.
Then with the warriors in the middle, he's a bit more tentative, but he just thinks the barbarians can take whatever crap, and they're great weapons as well. So I think they're strength 6, AP 2, which is a weird
Yeah, that
combo,
is crazy.
but is pretty good. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean from his point of view, he just moves up.
Interesting use of a movement tray there on his warrior unit.
Yeah,
He's got units on the right side of
yeah,
it who are
yeah.
off the movement
It's
tray,
true.
and
It's
they
true.
could blatantly still be on it.
I think he started off wider and went
He
smaller,
did.
which is why he did
definitely
that.
did.
So,
Yeah,
but
no, I'm not questioning you on everything. Just carry on, as you
just
were.
that, yeah, that's really got to you.
Just
Yeah.
absolutely.
So yeah. So in my turn, as he's moved up, I want to double combo charge. So let's get them both in. See
This
what
could go
damage
very
I could
wrong.
do. Yeah. I'm the same initiative. Oh no. I'm one higher initiative if I charge. And obviously the centaurs want that. The big brother giant's not so much bothered by that, but he'll go on the edge as well.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't. It's one of those really. So I want both of them to get in. I failed.
Hey, we got some annotations.
Yeah, yeah. Failed with the giant, so my gargoyles come up to redirect to stop anything coming. Basically, like as they are now, they're redirecting both units if my centaurs just die. So,
yes, absolutely.
yeah. On this side, I charged in
Jeez.
with
Everything.
apart from my characters and this razor tusk herd, because I had another job for him. I charged in with everything. So everything you see in is what got in, and this Gortak didn't get in. I think if the Gortak had got in, I would have changed the razor tusk for him, because I wouldn't have been able to fit everyone.
No.
So it was an interesting thing to do. I also had a bit of a thought. So on this left corner is his chosen lord. So I had enough movement and space to put him basically anywhere. So what I thought,
mouse pointer's going crazy.
yeah,
yeah.
to basically put them anywhere. So against his lord, everything dies. But against the rest of his stuff, I can actually do like a decent amount of wounds. So I decided to put my chariots there. I think this is the D3 wounds guy as well. So it's not necessarily the best idea, but my thought process behind it was that actually their impact hits are the only damage I really care about. And they will all go before the chosen lord.
Yeah, and they can just suck up the wounds that the monsters would take otherwise.
Right,
so,
and then my monsters, specifically the Gortak, will be safe from the Chosen Lord because he can't move out of combat with it. So that was my thought process behind that, because to try and protect my monsters, who now have minimal damage against them because of the way everything's done. That was my idea. I don't know whether that was right.
It sounds right. I mean, are you going to be able to break his steadfast?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it?
Because obviously, if he hangs around, then he can shuffle about a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I've got impact hits from the chariots and the Gortak. I've got attacks from the Gortak. Well, attacks from everything. Possibly apart from a few chariots who might die. Then I've got the 2 thunderstomps, the big brothers being maximised. So it's a lot of attacks. I would have liked the Gortak in there, but otherwise it is a lot of attacks. So let's see what I can do. Obviously the Razor Tusk over here comes up to excuse me, chaff to prevent any counter charges. And my characters just come up, so they're within 18 inches for the BSB greater totems of everyone. So I've got choice, and him just to evo snipe his other characters, and obviously use the evocation to buff the other combat if needed.
Yeah.
And here you go. Here's showing the exact movements of everything.
Yes, so, that would have been handy for your explanation.
Well, yeah. So this is how they actually move. So my giant moved first to get onto this edge. Then my chariots moved up next.
So they didn't suffer through the forests, or they don't anymore.
I'm beasts, so I have Strider forests.
Oh, right, yeah, of course. Nice, that's handy.
Yeah, with everything, which is great. The chariots went through next to go that side. Then the Razor Tusk went up straight, and then the Gortak went, as you can see.
Nice parking manoeuvre.
Yes. So that's how. If anybody was wondering.
I was.
This is a close-up, better picture, and of some magic, which I got off, which was pretty good. I think he wanted to stop. Is it Hasten the Hour on the back?
Yeah, Hasten the Hour's at the back.
But that doesn't seem right, though. I think, actually, instead of Hasten the Hour, it's meant to be Whispers of the Veil, which is -1 resilience and discipline.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
So I did like 4 dice on that,
big,
and got decent, like above average roll on it, and he just flopped with like 6 dice to dispel it, which meant I then had enough dice to roll Spectral Blaze with reroll to wound on my chariot impact hits. So yeah, it was a combo really of everything.
Yeah.
I also, in addition to that, so how bad his phase was, I got a Evo Snipe on his Sorcerer and did 1 wound to him. I think that was Haste in the Hour, actually, because it's 1 model. But yeah. Krugar steps up and pews the Flayers. Kills all but 1, which is great, but they stick around on their panic.
Hawthorne, yeah.
Yeah, Hawthorne Curse, doing alright. In combat, my Centaurs go to town and do they got 15 attacks. They did 12 wounds to the thing.
Wow.
To the guys. It was
That's incredible.
The strength 7 mainly, but I was hitting on 4s rerollable. They don't have fear. They don't do the fear because they got fearless now that they've done the looted booze and charged and stuff. And yeah, so they hit quite well, and then the reroll helped, and then wounded with so many. It was just mental, and obviously they don't have Feldrakks don't have armor to AP4, so it just wiped like a whole rank out, which is crazy. And then coming back at me, they do a decent amount back, but and they're steadfast, so I didn't quite do enough wounds to knock out the steadfast.
No.
But I don't think it was possible. I think they have 16 wounds I'd needed to have done. So he sticks around for a steadfast, and I probably will get killed, but that is a good trade.
Yeah, and you've still got your Gortak?
Big brother.
No,
giant.
your big brother still hanging around. You,
yeah.
So.
He has still got the wretched ones, but as I say, I've chaffed, so hopefully.
Yeah.
And it keeps the Feldrakks there for his turn as well, so he can't
Absolutely.
countercharge. So I'm pretty happy with how that played out.
Definitely.
What was the question you asked?
Yeah, that's so bleep loads, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. I just ripped them apart. Like, it's not even funny how many attacks and wounds I could do. I don't. I think it's pretty good rolling. I don't actually think I like super rolled either.
No.
It's just the sheer amount of impact hits, attacks, like battle focus and stuff on the Gortak and everything, and then just the minimal stuff he could do to me. Obviously, you can see how much the Chosen Lord did back to me on my
Yeah.
chariots, but it wasn't even enough to make him steadfast because my Gortak has a rank.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I did like 30 odd wounds, just an insane amount. And he obviously ran.
Too right, and you got plenty to
And
catch him with.
I caught him with the Gore-Tech and the chariots, I think.
Oh, you were so confident in running him down. You only ran down with 2 units.
Well, I did that because I only wanted to overrun with the chariot, actually,
Yeah.
because if he moved back, I would either catch him or he'd go off like the board for the way it
Yeah,
was.
sure.
But I had to move the Gore-Tech so that I could reform the other two.
Yes.
If
Yes.
if I'd left them there, they're all
It's very hard when they're all railroaded together.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to choose one, and he was in the middle, so I had to choose the Gore-Tech to overrun. Preferably, the other thing I could have done was keep the Gore-Tech there and do with all three, but I thought having a Gore-Tech in the rear
No, that's good,
is not a
especially
bad
as he's taking
place.
3 wounds as well.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, and that's how it ended up. So
that's a big win.
on his turn, he charges my Kruger with the flares, and I don't want any part of that. Mainly because his only other redirect is into either the Razor Tusk or the Gortak, and
Was that a flank charge as well?
yeah, I think it was.
Kruger?
Yeah. He's got 2 up armor and res 5, so I'm not scared of dying. It's just the potential.
You weren't
overrun.
ready for it yet.
Yeah.
You didn't have the counter
and I'm
charge
not
ready for it.
again with him. I haven't popped the fearless thing yet, so he is not fearless, so he can flee, which is quite a nice little thing. So as long as he rallies, that was I think a good move. He also charges my Razor Tusk just to get him out of the way.
Of course. Yeah.
And they will batter him. Charges my gargoyles to get them out of the way, or I suppose he random moves them rather than charges.
Yes.
There. There's blood on the floor from the resulting things. I think I did 1 wound maybe to the Feldrak. Oh no, actually I don't think I did. I think
you killed a wretched one as well, haven't you?
Yes. But
That's
that wasn't.
going.
I don't know how I did that. Was it with the gargoyles? Maybe
I was going to say. I mean, that's pretty good going. With
actually,
gargoyles.
the gargoyles have 2 attacks each at strength 4,
Yeah.
and obviously go before the wretched ones. So I guess it's not in the realms of dispossibility, but
not for you.
More blood on the floor.
Blood stain,
and the chariot kills the flayer at the top.
Oh, and he's got one wound to spare as well. That chariot.
Yeah. So take 2. I'll go into the depleted Feldrax to try and deplete them some more, because I don't want the wretched ones. I think the wretched ones, because I'm only res 5, still do a bit of damage. And right. The next charge is up. So I just charge with everything that can see apart from the characters again.
Did you go attack in the front or in the flank?
All in the front. He moved or reformed, I guess.
So he's facing to the left.
Yeah,
gotcha.
facing to the left. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I thought he was still facing downwards.
My chariot once again is able to kill it and move.
You're
so
really just playing
around.
on the impact hits followed by him dying.
Yeah,
really?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I say, the other thing I want to do is stop the Chosen Lord getting in. So the much more that can get into him and have options for, then the better. My giant failed on a 4.
So that giant's not going to get a name then.
He's failure.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Failure is his name.
I'm sorry, I forgot. Yes.
Yeah, and this is how I end up going in. So the chariot. So the giant goes in first to move out the way of everything. The chariot goes. And the giant's right on the edge. Chariot goes in here to stay out of the Chosen Lord. The Razor Tusk takes it for the team. to go against the Chosen, because there's only 3 wounds possible to be done against him. So the Chosen Hill can only do 3. So that pretty good.
Yeah.
The chariot wouldn't have been too bad, but I don't think I could get the chariot there and raise tusk the other side, which is what I want.
Sure.
And then the Gortak goes on this side.
Still been in touch with the chariot with the razor tusk.
Yeah.
So.
And the Gortak just goes on this side to minimise attacks coming back at him. So I mean, can they do it again?
Well, they're bleeding, but they can try.
The ambush has come on, and I should have said this forest in front of me is his one that he chose, and the top left forest, which my chariots went through earlier, is the hill, King of the Hill thing that I chose.
And you only need to get your opponents. You don't need to hold your own.
So as long as someone isn't getting mine, which it looks very unlikely now, I just need to go for his. So they just go there out of line of sight of the Feldrax, just to see what they can do. He fails to rally. Kruger.
Of course he does.
So I ripped his tail. No, I didn't.
Still not glued it on.
Yeah,
did it even travel with you?
No, it did, and after this battle, I glued it back on. So.
Oh, okay. No, spoiler.
Yeah. I touch of the Reaper one of his guys off.
Yep.
So
obviously getting drunk by this point. It's a bit blurry.
Yeah, absolutely. I was gone by now. I got Whispers of the Veil off again as my only spell.
Nice.
Well, actually, it's not my only spell, is it? Because I got the other one off. But I just outdiced him on that again, I think.
I just outdiced
him.
No sweat.
No, his dice. And it wasn't me doing well either. It was just he just did terribly.
It's just the effect you have on people.
He just could not roll for shizzle.
You're saying you rolled average?
No. I probably rolled slightly above, but I wasn't like this wasn't like 17 on 3 dice or whatever like that. This was maybe like 12 or 13, and he just couldn't match it with more dice.
12 or 13 on 3 dice,
yeah. But no, that's it. And it just, but his rolling was bad, man. And the answer to my question was yes, they can do the exact same thing to warriors because of -1 resilience. Because they're now res 3, which makes warriors not so good. And the chariot and the razor tusk died, but who cares, right? Because
absolutely
the whole unit, both chariots, I overrun into the flayers and I accept his hand of shaking.
Okay, so he didn't bother to play out on the other big giant.
No, that was the last picture. And it ended up a 20-0.
Okay,
to the beast.
Could he realistically have stopped you getting the hill with the Feldrax, or not really? You had 2 units.
I've got 2 units. I've got 2 Gore-Tex. This is only turn 2, or maybe his turn 3 as well. So I've got 3 turns. He's got 2 Feldrax left, and I've got the rest of my army pretty much. Yeah. I don't think we sort of talked through. I don't think he's got 8. I've got to do 8 wounds in total. And if any of my stuff charges, it's higher agility than him. So it's just one of those. I don't think he had enough left at this point. But yeah. But good for the beast heads, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So did you feel more comfortable with this list? Or is it still in the learning stage?
No, it's very much still in learning because I don't have a bunk. It's weird having my characters just out in the open.
Obviously, Warriors was a good opponent to have in that situation.
Yeah, but Evo wasn't. Having Evo against me, I won't go too much into that because I do face.
We've got a whole load of battles.
I do face a lot of Evo over the weekend, so enough. Maybe I'm a bit. My head's a bit. But yeah, I need to look at. I did all right on protecting him, but if anything can see him, he's only got a 2-up armor. Maybe I need something more with him. But Dark Range should help a little bit, but in other matchups, I don't know. But yeah, no. I guess I was just able to combo charge with everything.
Absolutely. If 1 or 2 of those fails, then your hitting power is a lot less. And I think with the great weapons, they've got more to attack back with.
Yeah. What we said was because all of them were like 5s or 6s to get in, So what we sort of
Sure,
said
so
at
they
the
all
end,
should make it. Yeah.
yeah. So what we said was that perhaps he was a bit gung ho in his turn one,
Yes.
but Centaurs did fantastic.
It was a big unit of barbarians.
Yeah, right. You'd expect,
So,
and a couple of bad rolls on my part, like some 2s and 3s on the charges. Different game, but yeah. I'm not
good stuff.
comfortable, but it's a nice win to start us off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, good stuff.
The next bat rep is a rematch with his better warriors.
Oh, okay.
So
Interesting.
he said,
Okay.
"Screw this list. I'm going to use my proper warriors list." So we'll see how we get on there.
Basically, he's going to fudge you up. Is what
Well,
you're saying.
that's the idea, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we get that up and running, and that's
Were these all individual friendly games, or were you in some sort of league for the
this was
weekend?
because of the way it was. I wasn't expecting to get there till the Sunday, and there wasn't like a tournament or anything.
Okay, so you just did some casual
friendly
gaming,
games,
yeah.
and I said there was some board games, some drinking, some
Mhm.
Wardmaster and stuff available as well. We watched
Cool.
watched The Boys, which is incredible.
I've heard
Series
of it,
on Amazon. Other Amazons are available, and other TV programs are available. Of
Other
course,
boys are available.
other girls are available as well. So yes, but so it was just like a chill out weekend, right?
Awesome. Cool.
But yeah,
All right, well, thanks for taking us through that first one of the weekend. More to come, obviously.
yeah, man.
Very jealous that I'm having to just sit by and hear about it afterwards, but that's my own fault, so we won't go there. Anyway, cool. See you in the next one then. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Give us loads of comments on what you think of Lucky Six's new list.
Yeah, man. Please,
in anticipation
please
of more to come.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll roll on to the next one.
This one, and as with all the B-said things that have followed been previous, I've got a forum thread up talking about it, and loads of people are giving me loads of advice and stuff as well, which is great. So if you want to see the evolution of this list and look at it in a bit more detail and have your own comments as well as the video comments, which we love, go on there and check us out on the forum as well. And all the social medias and blah blah blah.
Blah blah. All right, we'll see you for the next one.
See you later.